Hey guys, it's Vicky, and today I am here to share with you my reading plans for September. So before I even get into any of the books I'd like to read, I need to let you all know that this TBR is very much a tentative TBR, only because two books that I have been highly anticipating all year are coming out in September on the same day, and they may knock some of these books out of, the running for what I'm going to read this month. Those two books are, of course, The Testaments by Margaret Atwood and The Institute by Stephen King. So, two books that I have been really looking forward to all year, and chances are I'm going to hopefully pick up one or both of them and want to read them right away. Hopefully, which would be even cooler, is if one of them or both of them are book of the month picks for September. I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see what the choices are. So, yeah, like I said, I might not read these. It all depends on those books, whether I get my hands on them, whether I'm going to read them right away. So, yes, just take that into account. Okay, so I'm starting off this TBR video by doing my TBR jar because last month, like a dingus, I totally forgot to do it. Just until I had a couple of people comment on my TBR video for August, and they're like, what happened to your TBR jar pick? And I was like, shoot, I forgot. So I'm gonna do two this time to make up for my mishap last month. So here we go. We're gonna pick two. I've got two. The first one is read a classic. Okay, I gotta think this one through, so give me a second. Okay, so for my classic pick, I decided to go with one that I was planning to read in October, but if I start and read it in September, that would be fine. And if I don't get to it in September, I'll definitely be reading it in October. So I'm gonna go ahead and read Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I'm pretty sure that this is considered a classic, right? It was published in what, 1937? 1938, so yes. This is one that I've been dying to read, an author I've been dying to try, and I've heard nothing but good things about this. I've heard that this book is really atmospheric. It deals with a woman who marries this man who lives in this kind of gothic sort of house where the kind of like the presence of his dead first wife, is kind of everywhere, and all the servants and stuff are just so still enamored with Rebecca, and they just can't get over her, I guess, and that she's dead, and she's trying to deal with that, and I just hear that this book's amazing, and I'm so excited to finally be reading it. Then my second jar pick, we are going to do read a Kindle book. All right, so let me get my Kindle and take a look through it and see which ebook I want to read. Okay, so I decided to just go ahead and read the very first book that came up on my, unread list, and that is Come Closer by Sarah Gran. This is a nice short little novel about a woman who she believes is possessed by a demon, and the story, what makes this unique is that the story is told through her perspective, which I don't think I've ever read a possession story where the story is being told by the person being possessed. So I've heard a lot of great things about Come Closer, and so yeah, I'm kind of excited to dive into that one. Okay, so the next few books are books that I want to read for sure, but like I said, might not get to. The first one, though, is going to be a priority because it was sent to me for review by, I believe, Book Publicity Services sent it to me. And yeah, it's one that I am really intrigued by and definitely want to read and get a review out for. And that is The Blood on My Hands by Shannon O'Leary. This is an autobiography about Shannon O'Leary growing up in Australia in a Catholic family, and on the surface, her family was a very wholesome Catholic family, but underneath, her father was very abusive, and behind closed doors, he did horrible things. And she says in this book that he also committed murder, and that her immediate family helped to basically cover up his crime and to hide who he really was. So this sounds really dark. It's going to be a heavy read, but one that I still am drawn to and I'm just really curious about. So yeah, I'm glad that I got sent this book, and I will let you guys know what I think about it. Okay, so I have a couple more books here that are tentative. The first one is Anne of Ingleside by Ellen Montgomery. This is the 6th book in the Anne of Green Gables series. I haven't read an Anne book in a couple of months, and if I want to finish the series by the end of the year, I need to read an Anne book every month for the rest of the year. So we're gonna do it. This one, without being too spoilery, I believe deals with Anne as a mother, and she has 5 children. Girl, I commend anyone that has that many kids. I can't imagine having 5 children. My 2 are enough for me. But so yeah, I'm interested to see this, to see how Anne is as a mother, and all of that stuff. So yeah, this should be like a cute, wholesome kind of read. And then the last 3 books that I'm hoping to get to, I don't think I'll get to all 3 of them, but it would be great if I did. They're all Book of the Month books. I'm starting to fall behind with my Book of the Month, so I really need to get my act together. The first one is Ask Again Yes by Mary Beth Keane. This is one that I've heard amazing things about. It's gotten a lot of great reviews. It is I believe, just kind of like literary fiction about 2 families where the husbands, fathers are police officers, and these 2 families, they grow up as neighbors. The kids, 2 of the kids are friends, and then something happens that kind of tears both families apart. Yeah, I've heard this is really good, and so I really hope I can get to it this month. And then the next one is another one that just has me totally intrigued, and I was really on the fence about getting it initially because I wanted to hear reviews about it first, and the reviews started coming in, and I was like, all right, I've got to read this book. And it is 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo, and this is a nonfiction book where I believe it was over like an 8, maybe even 10-year period, 8-year period. Lisa Taddeo followed these 3 women in their lives in terms of their kind of sexual relationships with either their husbands or whoever they're with. So it's very much a book about desire, and in the different kind of ways in which desire, people see desire and feel desire. And I've heard it's just amazing, that it reads like literary fiction, but it's a nonfiction book. So I'm just super intrigued about this. I really want to read this one this month because it's calling to me, and I'm really interested. And then my last Book of the Month book, I believe is one I picked for August. It's a thriller, and it's called The Whisper Man by Alex North. This is another one that I'm hearing really good things about. It's about a serial killer who I believe he targeted young boys. And the ways that he would kind of first choose his victims, stalk his victims, is he would like whisper like through their windows at night and stuff, and kind of taunt them and things, which is super creepy to me. Super creepy. People creeping around my house is like a thing that I don't like it. And so it's about this serial killer who was caught, and now it's like years in the future, and the same stuff kind of starts happening again, but that guy's still in prison, so it's like, okay, who's doing this? And yeah, sounds like it's going to be good, creepy, lots of tension, all the good things that you find in a thriller. Okay guys, so those are my reading plans for September. Like I said, it's kind of all over the place. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. I think though, obviously, these 4 are going to be priorities. Rebecca, The Blood on My Hands, Come Closer, and Anne of Ingleside. I'm hoping, like I said, to squeeze in either the Testaments or the Institute, or both, because yeah, I'm really excited to get to those. So yeah, let me know down below what you're planning to read in September. If you're planning to also read the Testaments or the Institute, let me know. Because if anybody's out there reading it and wants to chat about it while they read, I would love to do that. So yeah, let me know. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to get my hands on a copy or that I'm going to actually read them this month, but I really want to. So I have goals, but might not reach them. So yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. I hope that you are having a wonderful week. I hope that September treats you well. I know for me, it's going to be pretty busy month with back to school, and Leia is starting up dance and soccer again. It's my husband and I will be celebrating our 8th wedding anniversary in September. One of my best friends is getting married in October, so at the end of the month we're doing like her bachelorette party and all that stuff. So it's going to be a really busy but really fun month. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope that you guys have a great month though, and I hope that August treated you well, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.